Hi guys, Daz here again with another episode of my top 20 selling comic books of the week. This time it's episode 24. Today I'm going to be discussing the best selling comic books from the week of the 4th of April 2019. Basically, since coverprice.com came on the scene, they have become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics. They scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling comics. Here is this week's top 20, or should I say top 19 this week. I only have information for 19. Sorry about that. Last couple of weeks I've been really poor with my numbers. I think one week I had about 5.5 out of the 20. Let's see what I can do this time, and let's see if you can beat me. Starting with our 19th book. And I kind of have it again. I'm going to give myself half a point here. This is Young Avengers issue 1. Now, but this is the Marvel Legends reprint, but this is still going up in price. So, like I say, I'm going to give myself half a point. Now, this is the first appearance of Hulkling, an Iron Lad, but Kate Bishop is the main one. Supposedly going to be in Avengers Endgame. Now, 33 copies have sold this past week with a 7-day trend of plus 73%. Now, a high sale, CGC 9.8, just recently sold for $300. Insane stuff, guys. I passed on a ratty copy of Young Avengers 1 for £1 once, and even now I regret that, because that's probably a £20 to £30 book. Moving on to number 18 on our list. Do I have it? I do, thanks to Cardbook Tony. This is Spawn issue 1. Not the first appearance of Spawn, I believe that's in a Malibu comic. But this is the first Spawn solo title. And of course, with the film coming, with Jamie Foxx starring as Spawn, I think Jeremy Renner's in it too. This book is now heating up. 25 copies have sold of this of late. I paid just £1 for my copy, thanks to Tone. The 7-day trend on this book, plus 99%, a high sale 9.8. Now remember, this book is mass produced with thousands and thousands of this book, but a 9.8 recently sold for $105. So a nice graded book, still within range, but like I say, that is because this is mass produced. Still a good book to have though. Number 17 on our list is a book I don't have, and it is a bit of a stalwart now on our list, for that is Miss Marvel issue number 1. Miss Marvel issue 1. And if you remember, I said that my friend Comic Vantage once sold a 9.8 of that book for $2,000. Yeah, and now they are going up to $2,100, nearly $2,200 for a Miss Marvel 9.8. Of course, the first Carol Danvers in her own solo story, thanks to the movie. 27 copies of that book have sold of late with a 7-day trend of plus 93%. A 9.6 sold this past week for $520. But that 9.8, what a massive leap up from that 9.6 price. I can see why a lot of people tend to go for 9.6s. Number 16 on our list is another stalwart, and it's another book I own. This is, of course, Ultimate Fallout issue number 4, the first printing. Of course, the second printing reveals the face. Now, this is, of course, the first appearance of Miles Morales, the star of that fantastic animated feature Into the Spider-Verse. 24 copies have sold very recently with a 7-day trend of plus 107%. Sorry, a 9.8 sold this past week for $335. Great price. I think mine's about a 9.4, and I'm a very harsh grader. I paid just £13.90 for my copy, so you can see where the dollar is. I might get that graded one day. One day, you never know. Number 15 on our list is a book I picked up in a recent haul. In fact, I have 3 copies. Little plug, 2 are up for sale right now on eBay. That is Ultimate Comics, the all-new Spider-Man issue 26. Of course, this is the first appearance of the Ultimate Taskmaster. Now, the Ultimate Taskmaster is going to be the villain in the new Black Widow movie, which of course I'm very excited about. As you all know by now, my best book in my collection is my Tales of Suspense 52. That book is blowing out of all proportion right now. I think I paid about 145 for my copy, and now my grade, I mean, again, I'm a harsh grader. I reckon mine's about a 5.5 to 6. It's approaching $1,000. So, you know, that's what a movie can do for the book. But like I say, this is going to be the villain of the Black Widow movie. Now, 36 copies have sold of this of late, with a 7-day trend of plus 74%. Now these, trust me, I've been selling between 30 and 40 on eBay. I picked up 3 copies for £3 a piece. A high sale, like I say, have just gone for $39.99 this past week. Prior to that, it was going like 40 plus. Trust me, I think I've seen a high sale of this book for $93, which is insanity for a book that's probably $1 book most days of the week. On to issue number 14 on our list, and it's a book I've passed on several times because I've never seen a book that I'm happy with the grade, and that is Wolverine issue 1, the Frank Miller limited series. Wolverine issue 1. Now I've been seeing rumours about that Zac Efron has been lined up to play the new Wolverine. He's probably got the build for it, but you know, going from The Greatest Showman, well, I suppose Hugh Jackman did it. That would be a funny little, you know, partnership. Working old Wolverine and young Wolverine and Greatest Showman, to then him suddenly becoming Wolverine. But I've also read that Zac Efron is being lined up to play Adam Warlock. I could see that more so, I think. But that is my guess is why that Wolverine book is heating up a little bit. 23 copies have sold of Wolverine 1 this past week. 7-day trend of plus 122%. And 9.8 of that book has just sold for $149.99. On to 13 on our list. Number 13 is a book I own. I just sold one, but now I haven't. This is my nice minty copy. This is Immortal Hulk issue number 1. 25 copies have sold of this, and why? Of course, it's the first Immortal Hulk in his own title. The 7-day trend plus 115%. Now a 9.8 has just recently sold for $149.99. Who knows? 5-10 years down the line, this could be worth getting graded. Again, I reckon mine's about a 9.6 paid cover price the day it came out. On to number 12 on our list. I hope you have a copy of this, guys, because I can see this book just climbing and climbing and climbing. We've had news recently of an actress who's going to be in the movie, and it's going to bring some real celebrity status to it. Of course, it's definitely coming. The script is currently being written, and that is from Marvel Comics, the MCU, Eternals, issue 1. That's our number 12 on our list, guys. 26 copies have sold of this book just recently. The 7-day trend plus 111%. A 9.8 of this Bronze Age classic has just sold for $974.95. Now, with a press, this could be into the 8s, but this one's got a bit of a marking. Sorry, that one could be the high grade one. But as you can see with my other copy, just a slight bit of scuff on there, maybe a little bit of a tape pull, but even still, I could put that on eBay and that'd be gone probably for £50. But I think it's a book worth getting. They're still available out there. You can still find them for about 30 to 40, I believe. If you can get an Eternals one, how often do you get the chance to own an MCU title? Because that's coming very, very soon. I think that and DC's equivalent, New Gods, is going to be such a visual spectacular. I can't wait. And our first runner-up to the big top 10 is a book. I think I passed on it once because I was just a DC collector. But it's always been on my radar. And that is, of course, the Infinity Gauntlet, issue number 1 from Marvel Comics. Of course, we've got Endgame coming very, very soon. I've stayed away from trailers. I'm very excited. How is Thanos going to be taken down? That is the big question, guys. With that glove of his. Well, 19 copies have sold of Infinity Gauntlet just recently. The 7-day trend, plus 155%. A CGC 9.8 just sold this week for $224.50. Great book to have. I think you can probably get them raw within about the 30 to 40 range. So the big top 10. And first up on our top 10 is that really, really hot title at the moment. Again, I just sold 2 copies. This is the variant to Naomi issue number 1 from DC Comics. Now it's like Marmite, I've said it before. You either love this title and this character or you hate it. I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, it's not action, it's dialogue heavy. But I think we've got a winner here. And as I've said before, Naomi is going to suit up soon and appear in the Titans by all accounts. Well, that 7-day trend for that book, plus 118%. 25 copies have sold of that just past week. The average raw sale, they're going up. $18.50. And 9.8, can you believe though? 9.8 of that book just sold for $55. Just a variant of a very hot issue. On to number 9 on our list. One of my hot comic book alerts. From Image Comics, we have Bitter Root, issue number 1, guys. Bitter Root, issue number 1. Of course, it's just been optioned. By all accounts, it's going to be a movie very, very soon. The 7-day trend, plus 221%. 15 copies of that book have sold this past week. Average raw sales now creeping up, $12.25. And 9.8 though, sold for as little as $33.99. Sorry, that's the average graded 9.8. $33.99, which means one is sold probably for less than $30. Really? Crazy stuff. Number 8 on our list is another book I don't own. I'm slacking now. And again, it's Naomi. Naomi issue number 2. I would have grabbed this if I'd seen it. I've yet to see a copy of issue 2. The 7-day trend, plus 97%. And the reason is, like I say, it's the second issue of a hot series. The print runs tend to drop between first and second issues, so there's a lot less. Issue 1 became hot after this was pre-ordered, so stores did not increase orders. 36 copies of Naomi 2 have sold this past week. The average raw sale, $7.36. No graded books out there at the moment, but I believe it's the first appearance of her parents, if I'm not mistaken. Number 7 on our list. Surprised to see this one here, but I'm glad I own it. Is Amazing Spider-Man, issue 265. Now, this is the first appearance of Silver Sable. I don't know why this is heating up so much, but it sure is. The 7-day trend, plus 109%. 33 copies have sold this past week. The average raw sale now, $25.98. Now, I paid $25 for mine, and this was back in 2017. So it's holding. A 9.8 recently sold for $210. Of course, there was talk of a Silver Sable and Black Cat movie, and recent rumours say that they're going to both be getting their own individual titles. in the same universe from Sony as Venom and Morbius. Time will tell. Good book though, either way. I like the character. My copy's pretty mini. Number 6 on our list. I think I passed on this at a con recently for cover. Do I regret it? Not really. And that is Immortal Hulk issue 15, the Marvel's 25th anniversary cover. Nice one from Alex Ross. The 7-day trend plus 92%. 40 copies of that book have sold this past week. Average raw sale now is nearly doubled in price, $7.88. A 9.8. It's out there already, can you believe it? Sold for $68.50. Great looking cover on what is already a very on fire series. Delighted to see this one in here, and I know where I think I'm going to get a second copy from. Picked on a lovely run of these for £2 a piece long ago. That's not the case anymore. Oh my days. For news has just broke of this an actress being portrayed as this character, I believe, in the upcoming movie. Number 5 on our list is Eternals issue number 3. The first appearance of Cersei. And Cersei is supposedly going to be played by Angelina Jolie. Yeah. It's also got the first appearance of Brute, Rhaegar, Shalmar, Sluice. Okay. More characters that could well be appearing in the Eternals movie. Yes, the film is supposedly going to be based on Icarus and Cersei. That's what I've been reading. Now the 7-day trend on this book, plus 83%. 49 copies have sold this past week. The average raw sale now, really? $113? Now I'm seeing them online at the moment, 25 to 30, but they're not getting much sniff at that. So I don't know where they're getting this from. A 9.6 sold recently for $260. But like I say, I think I could put this on tomorrow and I could get close to 50, surely. 113? Baffling. But this book's on fire. Number 4 on our list. Will it ever end? More from Naomi. This time it's issue number 3. And this is the issue that Naomi's father and his true nature are revealed. The 7-day trend plus 91%. 45 copies have sold this past week. That Naomi title, I told you boys and girls, get on that title. The average raw sale now, $8.58. No graded ones out there at the moment. It's just a matter of time. Number 3 on our list. You'll never guess, will you? Naomi, issue 1, the regular cover from Jamal Campbell. This is DC's equivalent, I would guess, right now to Immortal Hulk. This title is on fire. It's a premiere issue of an ongoing series by Brian Michael Bendis introducing Naomi, a seemingly normal girl who has a connection to the DC multiverse. Now this is part of the DC Wonder Comics imprint led by Brian Michael Bendis, directed towards younger readers. I thought it was a good read, a solid read. I'm interested to see where it goes. The 7-day trend, plus $140. 33 copies have sold this past week. 2 of those were mine. The average raw sale now, $39.48. I wish I got that price. Now, I paid cover price for my 3 issues. I think I paid £2 for one. And 9.8 just sold for $130. $130 for a book that's been out a few weeks, really. Crazy stuff. Naomi, get on board with that, guys. Number 2 on our list is another book. I don't know. It is one that I passed on recently for cover price. And that is Avengers No Road Home, issue 5. The first cameo, apparently, of Conan in the Marvel Universe. It's also got a nice Immortal Hulk backup storyline, I think. Or storyline. Now, the 7-day trend on that book, plus 97%. 49 copies have sold this past week. The average raw sale for a book that's a matter of weeks old, $7.44, is creeping. No graded copies as we speak. And so that leaves us with number 1 on our list, guys. Excuse me. Do I own it? I do own it. It's been there. It's a stalwart now. It's Avengers, issue 684. The first appearance of course, the Mortal Hulk. As you can see, guys, I've said it before, signed by Al Ewing. Great book to have. I wonder how much mine would get now on the market with a nice signature. So, the 7-day trend for this first Immortal Hulk, plus 109%. 49 copies have sold this past week. The average raw sale now of this book, $50. $50, paid cover price for mine. 9.8 just sold for $155. What a great book. I had a feeling about this one. I really did. I've got the variant too. You know, with the the Hulk coming out. Almost, he looks like pickled brick. It's also got the first appearance of Iron Hulk in this one, and the origin of Voyager. Awesome book to finish out with, guys. So, how many did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll give myself 9.5 this week. 9.5 out of 19. Well, not too bad. I'm sure you'll beat me though. That's Daz over and out. Hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.